Manifestation is supposed to be this empowering, magical, beautiful experience, but oftentimes for empaths especially, it can lead to burnout. Why? We are so sensitive and attuned to the needs of other people that it can often be hard to draw boundaries with what they want versus what we're trying to manifest, and also with the energy we put towards these manifestations. In this video, I'm going to include a few different tips and tricks on how to manifest without completely draining your energy. So why can it be draining for empaths? Oftentimes empaths are people pleasers. We can pick up on the energy in the room and we want to keep things as peaceful as possible. We're often very helpful, which can also come off as a bit enabling. It can be really difficult sometimes if you have a dream or a goal that might kind of go against the grain of what someone else is expecting from you or wanting from you or using you to want for themselves. This makes it really easy to lose focus when manifesting. It can also be really overwhelming because as deep feelers, we really and truly desire these things and we can feel it with our whole being. When we're in a place where we're very far from that end goal, it can be very overwhelming and almost discouraging to see the gap that you're trying to bridge. But don't worry, manifestation can still work beautifully for empaths, and if anything, part of our superpowers can get us there too. My first tip is to focus on the feeling and not the actual goal. Having clear visions and expectations and desires is really helpful in bringing those manifestations to fruition. Otherwise, those messages can kind of get mixed up in the universe. However, it is really important to allow the universe to show us and guide us to these manifestations. Sometimes what we want at first is based off of everything we already know and are comfortable with. By allowing some room to really focus on the feeling, we allow the universe to bring us things that can be better than we imagined. By focusing on what that manifestation is going to bring you in terms of your feeling, in terms of that joy and the freedom and the peace or the abundance, the love, whatever it is you're trying to attract, by having that end goal in mind, but shifting most of your focus onto what it feels like in your body, that is how you get familiar with the outcome. That's how you train your brain to get acquainted with what you're looking to work towards and bridging that gap, because the reps in the feeling allow our brains to become familiar with the experience. By allowing ourselves to feel that peace and freedom and joy and love, we're able to get more comfortable with it, raise our vibration in it, and attract more of that. Tip number 2 would be to set energetic boundaries with your manifestations. This one is especially important for people that are manifesting things that they might not have the confidence or support from their surroundings on, or it might go against the grain of what their parents or their friends or their support system wants for them. So what you can do is picture yourself in a light bubble that's an energy shield of just your energy, and allow yourself to feel into that bubble, that safety that's yours. When you manifest in this space, it is safe, it is supported, and it is sacred, and it allows you to have the room to feel into these things without bumping into the blocks of external perspectives and judgments and opinions about what you're trying to call into your life. Tip 3 is to take aligned action, but pace yourself. If you choose and strive to become 1% better every day, with 50% accuracy, that will compound over time. It's really important to make sure the small choices we're making and the baby steps of our day, as well as the more intentional steps towards our aligned goals, are working in our favor. But what's most important is making it sustainable. We're human beings, not human doings. We're not meant to rush and grind towards things. We're meant to be in the present moment and exist as we are and be grateful for where we are. You can be grateful for the visions that you have. You can be grateful for your drive and your curiosity. But what you should be most grateful for is your self-love and compassion in getting there. By allowing yourself the room to have time to work directly on your goals, have time to indirectly work on them by improving yourself, and also just allowing yourself the time to be a human, to rest, to play. The universe rewards those behaviors too. Allowing yourself to tap into that flow state, that feminine energy that allows things to come to you, and trusting the process that they will when you're ready for them. Instead of micromanaging through your masculine and trying to control the outcome in the timeline and the situation. By allowing things to have that flexibility and sustainability, you'll be able to truck along more consistently and more sustainably to get to where you need to be, instead of hyper-focusing, fixating, and crashing, which I've experienced many a time. Tip 4 is to recharge before manifesting. Especially as an empath, our energy levels are very sensitive and very flexible. If you allow yourself to ground, to connect to your own energy, to fill your own light up, doing some different types of energy work, inhaling your light and your power back to you, exhaling what no longer serves you, and sitting in your energy and your peace before manifesting, you're allowing yourself to manifest from a grounded state with all of the power that you have, all of the energy that you have. When it comes from that pure grounded state, you're sending a stronger signal. If you're burnt out and scattered and stressed and all of that while manifesting, that is also the vibe you're putting out there, and your manifestations will call back more of that energy like a magnet. Signs that you're able to manifest without that burnout: you feel aligned and inspired by your goals, not stressed out. You're able to willingly and knowingly take those baby steps and be consistent about it, trusting the timeline, trusting the journey, trusting the process, and trusting yourself. By moving through it in that state, you're able to enjoy the ride. You're able to not worry about how long it takes. And although you're working towards a future goal, you're still allowed and able to enjoy this very perfect present moment. So what's your one thing that you're manifesting right now, and how does it make you feel? Let me know below. I'd love to hear what you're working on. If you try any of these tips and if any of this helped, I'd love to know that too.